What is up? How's everybody doing? Welcome to Rossonari TV. Today we are going to be talking about a bunch of things. The first thing I want to talk about is the Serie A game day one, and it's just going to be me. I want to share my opinions uninterrupted. Then I will open up the lines. If people want to talk about their opinions, they're more than welcome. And then, of course, we're going to talk about the market with the lines open. But I just wanted to start with the Serie A and what I thought of game day one. So let's start with who I thought were the most impressive teams going into the season. Of course, we got to start with Inter winning 5-0 against Torino. Impressive game from Inter. Those guys at this point are just pretty much playing with their eyes closed. They know each other really well. Inter's project is very interesting this year. Essentially, aside losing the coach, they pretty much kept the team intact, literally all of their starters, plus even the bench starters. And they added very interesting young players that can potentially grow into good players and strengthen the first team. But it's a very intelligent. Sure, they would have liked to do more. I'm sure they would have. They're trying to get Lookman. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that. Probably not. But if they get Lookman in, then yeah, very good. But anyway, Interest Project, very good. They're doing things more or less the right way. I think the only thing they're missing is to bring in an extra starter that can elevate the team even more, like they wanted to do with Lookman. And then I think they're going to. It's great for them. Kivu, a little bit of a mystery still, but great start from Inter. So they have to be the based on game day one, they're the best team by far. Other teams that were very impressive, of course, we got to put in Como with a very impressive performance against Lazio. Lazio has a pretty good roster. They have a good coach too. Como showed that they can hang in with the big dogs. Now, let's see how long that lasts, because usually these teams, these low table teams, they can start strong, but after a while they do lose something. But you got to give it to them. I think after Inter, they had the best performance. And then Napoli, I thought was okay. They got business done, business as usual, get business done, get the results, don't get scored on. That's Conte's style. He's integrating the new players. De Bruyne scored a really nice goal. And I think those three teams in particular are the ones that maybe impressed the most. Shout out to Cremonese. Cremonese had a very impressive performance. Cremonese had a very impressive performance against AC Milan. Shout out to Cremonese. And then shout out to Roma, who also had a decent performance. They got the job done. So as far as teams goes, those are the teams that I like the most. Of course, the biggest flop was AC Milan losing to Cremonese. That was the biggest flop. Fiorentina not getting the 3 points was half a flop. Atalanta not getting the 3 points was half a flop. Lazio, big flop against Como, but Como is a really good team. Como has a lot of resources. So it's very different from losing to Como is very different from losing to Cremonese. AC Milan, of course, no, hands down, biggest flop of Serie A day one. Now, let's talk about the players. The players that really impressed me were a bunch of players that had a very impressive start of the season. So number one for me, based on, I don't know if number one, number two, number three, but the top players, Nico Paz started off really good. All right, I'm back. So Nico Paz starting off really good. Good player, this Nico Paz. Excellent through ball for the first goal. Excellent play and through ball for the first goal, and then beautiful free kick. This guy is a real deal. We already knew he was good last year, but this year could be the year that launches him to Real Madrid. So he started off really well. Another good shout out goes to Yildiz, 19-year-old from Juventus, had a great game, got both assists. He can show that maybe he can carry Juve. I don't know how much he can carry Juve for, but for whatever Juve needs to achieve this year, which is top four, I think Yildiz can help them get top four. Juventus did look good, by the way. Juventus did look good against Parma. Then the other player that impressed me a lot, guys, was Inter's new signing, Sucic. Out of all the players, I think he is the one that impressed me the most, simply because he is new and it was his debut in Serie A. This guy is great. He was super composed. He's a metronome. Technique, wonderful technique on the ball. He can slow the game down to walk in pace. Extremely confident on the ball. He's got 360 view. He can see the field. He had an excellent assist for Thuram. I don't know if he can maintain this kind of form the whole season, but if he can, Inter got a really good player. They pretty much have another kind of maybe better than Brozovic, I would say, more better than Brozovic. But if he can maintain this kind of form throughout the season, Inter has a peach of a player there. Peach of a player. Those are the three players that stood out the most to me this first game day. Nico Paz, Yildiz, and Sucic. These three players are that stood out the most, but simply because they're young and they're still young and we don't know yet who they're going to be. But these players have the potential to become real superstars. Then shout out to Kefren Thuram. I thought he looked very good. I think Kefren Thuram also most likely going to become a top midfielder. Then shout outs to Baschirotto, who had an amazing performance against Milan. Baschirotto, better defender than any of our defenders. Totally shut down Jimenez. Shout out to Baschirotto, defender of game day one. What a beast. What a beast, Baschirotto. And also shout out to Bonazzoli for maybe the best goal of game day one. Him and Nico Paz probably had the two best goals. So shout out to that guy. Then the other players that I want to mention that really impressed me game day one, Scamacca, which I didn't expect. But Scamacca against Pisa, amazing performance. Maybe out of all the strikers, the best performance, except for the fact that he didn't finish the game off. He had opportunities to finish the game, but he didn't. Scamacca is the closest striker we have in Italy that resembles Ibrahimovic. Technically was perfect. Flicks, great stopping of the ball, connects with his midfielders and wingers perfectly. Scored a really nice goal. A little bit unlucky he didn't score more goals. If he can maintain this form and he can maintain this kind of level, then that would be excellent. That'll be excellent. Now we'll see. Scamacca, of course, is a hope. He comes from a big injury. I don't know how long. I don't know if he can maintain this kind of form due to his injuries. But if he can maintain this kind of form, he's going to be great. Great for the national team and really good for Atalanta. He maybe out of all the strikers that I saw had the best performance all around. Now, of course, Thuram scored 2 goals, but we already know Thuram and Lautaro, we already know how good they are. It's good to see that Scamacca is back. It's good to see that Scamacca can still perform highly after such a bad injury. Now, I just want to see if he can keep it till the end of the season. That's what we need to discover. Another shout out goes to the striker of Como. He looked really good. He looked really good. I don't know what his name is. He's got a crazy name, but he looked really good. So shout out to him. I think as far as strikers go, Scamacca is the one that probably had the best performance all around. Thuram, Lautaro, just they were great, but we already know them. David had a good performance too as a debut, scored a goal. He also showed that he can, for Juventus, he also shows David that he can do that hold-up play. It wasn't great. It wasn't super. He did do a few mistakes here and there, but also David has a good ability to hold up the play and connect with his midfielders and wingers. I'm really curious to see if Scamacca can maintain this, because it would be great, for the national team. It would be great if he can do that. Then let's see. Flop, Jimenez, biggest flop as far as strikers go. No doubt about that. And he totally got killed by Mr. Baschirotto. And that's about it. That's about it. So those are the main takes I took from the game day one. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good game day. It's a good start of the season. I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. It's going to be a really good season, I think. I think this year it's going to be really competitive. The teams are looking balanced. And aside from Inter and Napoli, all the other teams look like they're pretty much balanced. But roster-wise, Inter and Napoli are just above everybody else, and that's not going to change. You have to expect it's going to be either one of those two teams is most likely going to win the league. But you never know. You know what will be incredible? If Como wins the league. Wouldn't that be incredible if Como wins the league? As far as prediction, I'm going to give my predictions at the end of the Mercato. And actually now that I've said what I needed to say about Serie A, let's open it up and talk about, and if anybody else wants to talk about what they thought about the Serie A, you're more than welcome. I'm going to put the link in the chat. Yeah, so if anybody wants to talk about the Serie A and what they thought about game day one, you're more than welcome to join and tell me what you think. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the Mercato, AC Milan's Mercato, which is an incredible mess. An incredible mess. We're going now, it's what, 5 days left? 5 or 4 days left. Milan is scrambling for players left and right. So the new names today, Harder is not coming. That's not going to work out. Looks like maybe Vlahovic is going to come, or Harder, or Nkunku. Nkunku is another player that Milan wants to get. As far as defenders, there was the rumor of Okoli and some other guys, and then Rabiot is the midfielder. If Milan, I'll say this, I'll be generous. If Milan brings in Vlahovic, Rabiot, and Okoli, it's not terrible. These are, especially Rabiot and Vlahovic are players that do have experience, national team experience. They played in World Cups. They played in Euros. They played in the Champions League. These are players with a lot of experience that are not old either. But they're not the best players that we should be getting either. That's the truth. These are not the ideal players for Milan, but there are players that do have some sort of pedigree. Okoli is an Italian defender that now plays in the EPL. I would consider him pretty low when we look at the national team pool. I would say he's pretty low. He's not up there amongst the top 4, top 6, top 7. I think he's somewhere below the top. I think he's somewhere below 7 and down. Maybe he's number 8 if you look at all the defenders Italy has. So, but the defense is a mess. And the defense is really a mess. I was looking at X, and there were people on X posting this mock-up lineup for the game against Lecce. And they had a 4-3-3. And the defense was Estupinian, Pavlovic, De Winter, and Atakame. And people were saying, yeah, man, this is a solid defense. What the fuck are you talking about? That's the defense of a team like Genoa. Empoli has a defense like that. Genoa has a defense like that. These are guys that have no pedigree, no experience whatsoever. Like you think you can just put a bunch of young mid-table, low-table, unexperienced, no pedigree players, and you think all of a sudden just because they have a Milan shirt on, they are Milan level? I'm telling you guys, people during the summer get this mental disease, and it's called summer overhype mercato derangement syndrome. You can fucking put a turd in an AC Milan shirt, and you'll have idiots on Twitter saying that this turd with an AC Milan shirt is the best player in the world. The defense that they're showing on X, Estupinian, Pavlovic, De Winter, Atacame, is probably the worst defensive lineup that Milan has put together, in maybe the worst one I've ever seen since I've been an AC Milan fan. It's probably the least experienced, the least pedigreed one I've ever seen since I've been a Milan fan. And I've been a Milan fan for a long time, guys. I've been a Milan fan for a long time. That is probably the worst. I cannot think of a worse defense than the one. And here, this is a solid defense, guys. This is a solid defense. And listen, all these people that are crying about Milan right now, all these people that a week ago they were saying that this team is going to win the Serie A, this team was the best, then we lose against Cremonese, and now they're saying that Furlani is a mess, Redbird sucks, Redbird out. If we beat Lecce, they're going to go back to that. They're going to go back to Furlani is a genius, De Winter, best defender since Baresi. People have mental disorders when it comes to football. I am just lucky, and I thank the Lord that I'm not one of those people. Thank God. Thank God I have a stable brain that can analyze things and can look at things objectively without any influence. Thank God. Thank God I can do that. So I'm pretty disappointed with seeing these ex-users saying that defense is a good defense. It's not a good defense. It's maybe the worst defense we've had ever since I've been alive. Ever since I've been alive, it's probably the worst defense we've ever had. Then what else? Let's see. Yeah, and as far as Nkunku goes, if Nkunku is so apparently Nkunku has agreed terms with Milan, and it looks like that maybe Milan might be getting Nkunku. If Nkunku is a replacement to Chukwueze, obviously that's an upgrade because Chukwueze is absolutely useless. Nkunku, in theory, should be better than Chukwueze. But let's see. Vlahovic, if we get Vlahovic, it's not bad. I don't know if we can get that one across the line. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who we get. The project is dead. The project is rotten. There is a rift between Furlani, Moncada, Tare, and Allegri. They're fighting. It's a mess. Everything is a mess. So it doesn't matter who comes. In the end, in order for a team to be successful, in order for a team to have a good project, everybody has to be on the same page. The players need to be inspired. The players need to feel protected. In this team, players are not protected. A player can be sold anytime. There is no long-term project. So at the end of the day, Milan is going to fail. It's going to be another failure of the season. You can put your money on that. You can bet on that. Even though if we have a string of wins the next games, it won't matter. At the end of the season, it's going to be another failure. So it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, let's go to chat. What's up, Slinky? How you doing, bro? How you doing? Fahadinho, what's going on, my man? Kimberini, yeah, good morning from the land down under. Forza Furlani, that's right. Forza Capital Gains, the best. Where is Red John? Oh, by the way, guys, we have a new channel that we're starting called Footy Uncensored. And if you go on our posts, if you go on the Rossonari TV channel post, the first post is a link to that channel. So go on that channel, click subscribe. We're going to be doing some debates over there. It's going to be fun. Sucic was a very nice player. Yeah, Sucic killed it. Sucic is well, Sucic was really nice. The guy was really good. I give him a A+ performance. Don't worry, Nico. What's up, brother? Don't worry, fellas. Furlani's are signing. Who? Savlaki Kalama. That is Greek. Comuzzo and Som looked good for Fiorentina. Fiorentina has a good roster. Fiorentina has a very good roster for what they need to do. Let's make it clear. And let's make it clear, guys. When I say that Milan's roster is the same level of Fiorentina, Lazio, and whatnot, I'm not saying that Fiorentina and Lazio have great rosters. I'm saying that we've downgraded to that level. We should be a Champions League level roster. We should be a roster that AC Milan should be a team with a roster and a project that always makes you think we can win the Scudetto. But no, we have completely downgraded to Fiorentina level, Lazio level, Bologna level, Roma level. Atalanta has a much better roster than us, guys. Atalanta has a much better roster than us. I don't know how Juric is going to do because the coaches do have a big impact. I mean, Napoli had a really good roster the year they finished 8th, but the coaches really fucked up badly. Last year, Milan with our coaches and how they fucked up, yeah, we finished 8th. Coaches do matter a lot. Coaches make a big difference. And I'm telling you, Atalanta has a really good roster. If Juric is a good coach, they can finish top 4, no doubt. Milan's Mercato, mamma mia, it's a total mess. Monday, I believe, is the last day of the Mercato. Yeah, listen, I'm pretty sure they're going to land something. You know, they're probably going to land Vlahovic, Rabiot. I'm guessing Rabiot, Vlahovic. Now they're talking about Nkunku. The defender, I don't know. I'm thinking Okoli right now. But if I were to give you my guess, and this guess is not it's not a solid guess, it's just a guess based on what I'm seeing. The 3 players we're going to get are Okoli, Rabiot, and Vlahovic. And Nkunku, maybe also Nkunku, because if we sell Chukwueze to Fulham, we'll need to replace Chukwueze with someone. And you aren't replacing Chukwueze with Vlahovic. You have to replace Chukwueze with an attacking midfielder or a winger. And Nkunku is an attacking midfielder. So Nkunku would make sense. But Roy, we have the best midfield. That's right. We have a number 1 midfield, guys. Best bruh. Who the fuck says that? I hate deluded people, dude. I can't stand them. Like, just because it's Milan, Jashari, Ricci, Modric, Fofana, RLC. It's like we're talking about these guys as if they are, take Modric out of the picture, but we're talking about these other guys as if they're like World Cup winners, Champions League winners, just master. What? These guys haven't done nothing in their careers, bro. RLC's won the Champions League, but okay, I think he's won the Champions League. As a starter, I don't even know if he was a starter, but what are you guys talking about? We're not the best midfield. Get that out of your head. Better than Inter 5-0. I'm not sure what you're talking about there. Worst defender in attack so far. Yeah, Milan definitely worst. As far as all the big teams, like let's say the sisters, the siblings, if we look at Napoli, Inter, Juve, Atalanta, Roma, Lazio, Fiorentina. Those for sure, those Milan is defensive wise, Milan is below them. All of those teams. They have better defenders than we do. Midfield wise, probably something similar. I mean, we have Modric. Modric is the one that really makes the difference. But we don't know if Modric is going to perform. Is Modric going to perform? We all hope so. But it's our midfield just has no pedigree. And how can you rate a midfield that has no pedigree? And it's also a midfield that clearly failed last year, big time. RLC, Fofana, those guys from last year, big failure. So it's not like when we had Kessie, Tonali, Benacer, where we were seeing every year better performances and we were seeing better and better. It's not like that. And you can tell. People that know football can tell who has the potential to be a top player and who doesn't. And it's very different from Kessie, Tonali, Fofana. I mean, Kessie, Tonali, Benacer. Very different. Attack-wise, we have to be the worst attack in Serie A because we only have Gimenez. Like, we literally only have Gimenez. That makes us the worst attack in Serie A. And I'm just talking about the striker position. Because if you only have Gimenez, then you have to be the worst. Unless Gimenez is Van Basten, okay, then it's different. But if you only have that one guy, any team that has more than one guy is better than you. Again, because Gimenez could play in any team in Serie A, it doesn't matter. He's not a needle mover. Now, of course, where we do have strength is the attacking midfield position with Pulisic, Modric, Leao. We do have strength there for sure. That's where our wins are going to come from those three players mostly. Salamakers is looking good, but Salamakers might go to Juve. But our strength has to be there in the attacking midfield area. And it's not enough. I was thinking, remember how we always used to do whenever we used to play against Inter, and we used to do Inter's lineup against Milan's lineup, who would you choose? The left back position was always secure. We always had the left back, Teo Hernandez over Di Marco, always. Now that is not the case anymore, guys. That is not the case anymore. Estupiñán is an average player. He's not a world-class player like Teo Hernandez. And if you were to compare Estupiñán to Di Marco, and if you choose Estupiñán over Di Marco, that means you belong with Furlani and his group of people. That's your level. If you would choose Estupiñán over Di Marco, that means you're Furlani level of the football intelligence. He's by far the worst center-back signing I've ever seen since I've supported Milan. I wish we kept the Serbian name Simic. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Pavlovic, most pointless signing. De Winter. Look, these guys, De Winter, Estupiñán, Atakambe, whatever the guy's name is, they can potentially become really good, right? But these guys are raw, especially De Winter and Atakambe. These guys are they're not coming from Madrid. They're not coming from Bayern. They're not coming from Barcelona. They're coming from pretty low-level situations. They show promise. It's going to take time for them to get to the level of, let's say, Ciao and Tomori and Gabbia. It's not going to happen overnight. It's basically like Ciao when we got Ciao in the beginning. You can't. One thing is, if you go get Virgil van Dijk, the guy is ready right away and he's going to move needles right away. But if you go get these De Winter guys, whatever or not, they could even potentially become really good. And if they do become good, they're going to get sold anyway. But for the short-term project, they're terrible. And it's fucked up because think about it. We're a team that has no long-term project, and we're a team that is not really worrying about the short-term project either. Because on short term, these players are not reliable. These players are bets. These are gambles. So if there's no long-term project, the long-term project is sell the best players. The short-term project is hopefully these players can increase in value. I mean, what kind of situation are we in here? I wanted Galatasaray deal gone for 22 million. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Pavlovic is the worst defender in Milan history. I'm talking about, oh, you're talking about Pavlovic. Our whole plan is quantity over quality, which never works. It works for teams like Udinese. If you're a team like Udinese, it's great. But if you're a team like Milan, it's never going to work. Buy cheap, sell high. Roy, they're Moneyball players with potential. They need time to develop. Exactly. These are not short-term players. These are just players they're buying to flip. That's literally all they're doing. They're buying players to flip. And freaking Tare and Allegri are fighting like crazy to get players that can help right away. They're fighting like crazy against Furlani. But the thing is, Furlani has a mandate. Furlani has instructions. Furlani's instructions are make sure that at the end of the year we finish in green. I don't give a fuck what happens. Just make sure we finish in green. If you got to sell players, whatever. I don't give a fuck. So Furlani operates that way. Roy, I remember when Martino talked so highly of Pavlik. Yeah, of course. Of course, guys. The North American YouTubers, except a few, are just. I mean, now they're starting to see how bad things are, but trust me on this. As soon as Milan gets a few wins, we're back to Jari is a genius, Furlani is the best, Allegri is the greatest coach in the history of the world. Estupinian is the reincarnation of Paolo Maldini. We win 3 games in a row, it's going to be back to that, guys. So I don't take these guys seriously. It is what it is. You need ready, developed players with experience in order to compete, of course. If you want to be Milan, if you want to be Fiorentina, if you want to be Lazio, if you want to be Bologna, then okay, fine, whatever. But if you want to be Milan, yes, you need experienced players. And if you don't have experienced players, develop the experienced players. No, we can't develop them because we fucking sell them. I mean, Inter is not buying experienced players. Why isn't Inter buying experienced players? Because they already developed 11 of them plus 3 in the bench, 3 or 4 in the bench. And now they added all these other young potential starlets, like Sucic, who's great. So, there's different ways to do it. Put in the time to develop them. That's what Maldini was doing. Maldini was developing players. So by now, with what Maldini was doing, by now you would have a super experienced team where everybody knows how to play with each other with their eyes closed. We'd have players that we would have had battles in the Champions League that we probably would have won. We would be fighting for the Campeonato, because Maldini wouldn't have sold every single player. He would have built a team, a linear team, and grow the players together. That's how you build teams. You have to grow them together. I mean, look at Napoli. Napoli has had that core of players for a long time now, and they've just added on to them. By the way, Napoli selling Raspadori is a big loss for them. That's a big loss. By the way, Napoli looks like they are going to land Højlund. And Højlund, it is interesting that Højlund is eager to join Napoli, but didn't want to join Milan. That says a lot. and even had a Serbian guest on his show to basically blow smoke up his ass and get a hard on over Pavlovic. Yeah, listen, Pavlovic is yeah. If you want to win the Champions League, I don't think you want. I mean, I don't think you want to get Pavlovic if you want to win. I don't know. If I want to win the Scudetto, guys, I'm not thinking of Pavlovic, but whatever, whatever. Those days are gone, long gone. Stop making sense, Roy. Yeah, sense is not good. Making sense is against the law. Hayef, what's up, bro? What is up? So anyway, we have the game against Lecce coming up on Friday. Um, I'm expecting a win. I'm expecting Milan to win. I'm not expecting Milan to play good. I think that one thing that you can expect with Allegri is that the team will never play good. It will always be it's always going to look like the team is it's always about to crumble or something. It looks like there's always danger. I don't know if but the problem is our defense. You know what? Our defense might be a problem. I'm expecting the team to win because I do think we do have a better roster than Lecce. But it's an away game. Last year, our aways were a big problem. We lost a lot of points away. This year, maybe our away games might be better because there's going to be that 12th man in the away games, the Curva. I think the Curva is going to be very loud and very present in the away games. That can help Milan, maybe. I was expecting Milan to win against Cremonese. I'm expecting Milan to win against Lecce. If they don't win, then if Milan doesn't win against Lecce, then I would say the season is already over. The season is already over. And I know that's crazy to say because I've never in my life, first of all, I've never in my life seen a defense like that at Milan. Never in my life. I'll repeat it again. This is the worst defensive lineup Estupinian, Pavlovic, De Winter, Atacambe, whatever his name is, I've ever seen at Milan. And I'm talking about, I've been watching Milan for a long time, guys. A very long time. This is 100% the worst defense I've ever seen. Anyway, if Milan lose against Lecce, Scudetto is already gone. Because the rosters, all the teams are too balanced. 6 points from the top is already too much. It's already too much. That's a crazy take. That's a fucking crazy take. That's a take I would never, ever think of saying. Because I'm always very pragmatic over it, very objective. And I try to be as unbiased as possible. And I try to look at things, mathematically as clearly as I can. There's a lot left till the end of the season. But this season in particular, because I think the table is going to be so tight, losing 6 points is going to be enough for us to not win the Scudetto. So we lose against Lecce, Scudetto is off, I think. Those 6 points are going to be enough for us to lose the Scudetto at the end. Top 4, no. Top 4 is still going to be in play. But if Napoli and Inter win the next 2 games, yes, and we lose, Scudetto is gone. It's out of the question. Did you hear about the news about Akanji? Any thoughts? Oh yeah, Akanji also is a player we're being linked to. I'm not very familiar with the player. Is he? I'm not very familiar with the player. You tell me what you think. Just be positive. That's funny. Just be positive. Yeah, positivity. That stuff is just for we're too smart for that kind of shit over here. An ugly 2-win, Camarda with a late goal. Yeah, that an ugly win is very possible, and I will be cheering for Camarda to score. Actually, honestly, guys, I know I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but if we lose because of Camarda, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate, guys. I'm going to celebrate. I don't care who is going to get triggered by that, but if we lose because of Camarda, I'm going to celebrate. Roy just read Rabiot and Vlahovic don't want to come to Milan. Jesus. I read earlier that Vlahovic was interested in coming to Milan. Guys, if for any breaking news things, post them here. Post them here. Let me know. Roy, I'm hoping Camarda scores against Milan. As I said, if we lose because of Camarda, I am celebrating. It's like I'm gonna celebrate like Italy won the World Cup. Did you hear about the news about Akanji? Yeah, I'm not familiar with Akanji. You tell me. When Camarda has the ball, the curva will be quiet. The kid is one of them. Right. He's got a tattoo of a curva. Heard Akanji about going to Turkey. Okay. I'm not very familiar with the player, guys, so I'm not going to comment on him. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what I think, unless the players that we got are players. I've done my research. I've done my due diligence research, and that's why I can talk about them. But if there's a player that I don't know very well, I'm not going to give you any opinions because it wouldn't be right. Hey, Roy, I'm fine to get Vlahovic at a lower salary, but I don't want to miss out on Harder. I really believe he can be something special. So buy him now while we can afford him, sell him later. Well, I think it's going to be either Vlahovic or Harder. So what happened with Harder? We were about to get him, and then something happened. I think Harder is not convinced. I don't think he wants to come to Milan because he wants to play. Right? This is what we were saying earlier, that he doesn't want to come to Milan because he wants to play. I mean, the guy is only 20. He's not a starter at Sporting. That is enough information to tell me that Serie A is going to be difficult for him, and he would need time to grow and establish himself. So he could be a good Moneyball operation, but I'm not sure why it didn't fall through. What happened with Harder? What happened? Does anybody know what happened with Harder? I thought this was going to be a done deal. Then it's not a done deal. I think I think one of the issues was that Allegri and Tare do not want Harder. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So I don't know if the English news is informing you guys, but apparently Furlani has been using an agent for a lot of the operations. His name is Buzardo. And this agent has been facilitating pretty much most of the operations that Furlani has been doing. And Harder is one of these is a Furlani operation. While Tare and Allegri, they don't want Harder. They want Vlahovic because Allegri wants reliable players. So there is this issue right now that people are criticizing. Estupinian was through this agent. Ricci was through this agent. I think other bunch of other players. De Winter, I believe. Whatever. A bunch of players are through this agent. It was like Furlani is exclusively using this agent to do operations with. His name is Paolo Buzardo, I believe. Guy I never heard of, but he's been in the Italian news these few days. So there you go. I don't see the English media talk about him at all. So it looks like Buzardo is behind the Harder operation, but there's clash. There's a clash there between between freaking Allegri and Tare. Allegri and Furlani. Abdi, what's up, bruv?
Yo, yo, yo. Nothing much, man. I'm good. I'm good. Just chilling and seeing what's going on with Milan. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
again, we're being linked to what? In Kunku. Now, let me tell you something about Nkunku, right? He's a good player,
yeah,
but injury
yeah.
prone. Like, his whole time at
I
Chelsea,
like it.
he's a good player, no doubt. But
Yeah,
anytime he comes on, injury the next day. Or the next 2 days, something has happened with him and he's injured and he's out for like a month or
yeah,
whatever.
but maybe he won't be injured. I mean, just because he's injured one season doesn't mean he's going to be always injured.
That's also true, but it's like, and as well now we're linked to what Manuel Ikanji from City, who's not bad per se, he's not bad, but it's like now I'm starting to see where you guys come from when you talk about like we're not linked to no Italians. We're also linked to what's his name, Rabiot now. Rabiot, a washed up, useless player, and now Giovanni Fabian. I don't even know if he's a good player or not, but I know he's a young prospect. There's a ceiling there to be hit. But guess what? No,
Yeah,
fuck all of that. We're gonna go for Rabiot. So you know what? Hey, I'm starting to see where you guys are coming from when you talk about this Italian thing, whereby we're not getting no
yeah.
Italian talent.
We were linked
Mm,
with Fabian. Fabian is not a player that if he comes to me, he ain't moving any needles. But
yeah.
there's a nuance to him. Okay, it's my
Hmm.
nuance. Is that
Yeah.
because I believe that in order to build a good team, you need to build a domestic core.
Yeah.
He would be a good candidate to build a domestic core, but not for the immediate present. It'd be for the future. So
Right.
Fabian would be a good player to get, but he'd be a player that you have to grow and develop. He's not a player that will come
Mhm.
in and be a needle mover right away. But anyway, it seems like we're not going to get him, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, look, now we're selling Chukwueze. Okay, we've sold Chukwueze. Who are we gonna get? We should get Orsolini, in my opinion. 14 league goals last season, one of the top goal scorers as a winger, clinical in front
Oh
of
yeah,
goal.
great.
It, but guess what? We're not going to go for him. We're not going to go for. We're going to go for a random no name.
Well, Nkunku is
So,
not a random roller.
well, I mean, so Nkunku is going to be Chukwueze's replacement. I thought he was going to be a striker for Conrad Harder, whatever
Oh,
they
you
call
think?
him.
Oh, you think he's going to be a striker?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because now what? Look, we play a 3-5-2 supposedly, but in possession it's actually a 4-3-3. So in that aspect, I don't know where Nkunku would actually play because I mean he would probably be the left winger and Pulisic would move to the right and Liao would be the number 9 or vice versa. But yeah, I mean Nkunku isn't bad, but it's like I mean Orsolini is more proven in
Our
Serie A.
Salim would be amazing. Are you kidding me?
Exactly, and he's not too expensive. What you're going to spend 30 million on him, the same as in Kunku, but you
Is
get
that
more
how much they're
guarantee.
saying? They're
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
30
yeah,
million.
yeah. It seems Fabrizio Romano, yeah, something around 30 million.
Really?
Um, yeah, you see, there's a reason why they're willing to sell for that low because they know he is quite injury prone, so they're just going to get a good 30 million out of him. And
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He's on a discount for sure. Yeah.
exactly,
What's up,
but
Kim?
Hey, what's up, boys? How's it going?
what's up?
Just having my morning coffee. It's 8:30 a.m. here. I'm
Damn,
way ahead of you guys.
damn,
Mm. Yeah,
yeah.
what's going on?
No, we're just talking about Nkunku. Listen, when Nkunku was in Germany, he had
Yeah,
incredible numbers. His numbers, I
yeah,
mean, I know there's the Bundesliga tax. It's very easy to get big numbers
yeah.
in the Bundesliga, but he had some crazy numbers. That year there, I would have liked Milan to get Nkunku. Nkunku was
Hmm.
one of my top of the list players for that market that year.
Yeah.
He was
But yeah, now
insane.
he went to Chelsea. It wasn't a successful stint, so now they want to offload him. Milan is Chelsea's favorite toilet to offload players at. So
Didn't he start at PSG? I think. And then he went to Bayern. No, then he went to Leipzig.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. No, I think he'll definitely be an upgrade over Chukwueze.
I
And
would think so.
he's very versatile. He can play striker as well. He can play anywhere up top.
Yeah, but Abdi does bring up a good point. Is he the replacement for Chukwueze? Like that's what I'm thinking. He must be the replacement for Chukwueze. But I mean,
Mm,
Chukwueze plays on the wing, and Chukwueze can play that 5-3-2
Mhm.
if you need goals, right? If you need goals and you need an attacking wing back that doesn't really do the job of a wing back, then
Yeah.
Chukwueze can work, tactically speaking. But I don't think Kunku can do that.
no.
Yeah, in Nkunku,
So
he's more of like a number 10, a false. He plays like a false 9, left winger. He's not really a right wing type of guy, but he's versatile across the front three. So he's not a bad addition.
No.
Right.
yeah,
What do you guys
listen.
Mhm.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
what do you guys
yeah.
think of Rabiot?
Oh, Rabiot, he's so bad. Like I've seen him for the French national team. I've seen him at Juventus. Just a nothing player, not Milan
He'll
caliber.
he'll bring in toxicity with his
Yeah,
mum as his agent. That's the last thing really going on.
But the question is, okay, Rabiot is a box-to-box player, right?
yeah.
And it looks like Allegri is going to deploy the box-to-box situation here. Would you say he's a better box-to-box player than RLCM Fofana?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, damn. That's well, I think they're the same. Like, there's nothing much that separates the both. I mean, I think he's a nothing. He's just like them in that regard. He's like he. I don't see much use for a guy like him. I would rather get a young Italian talent that I know has a high ceiling that I can get something out of, instead of a guy like Rabiot who's at the back end of his career. He's never been that good. He's a, as Kim mentioned, he can bring that toxicity. Like I don't see the need for him at all.
Mm. And which young Italian would you get?
No, I mean, look, if it was up to me, if you want a box to box like Allegri wants, you go and pay money for Fratesi. Me, in my personal opinion, I would like Fratesi. Yeah, I think he's a
Hmm.
sick player.
Oh, but he costs
Fratesi
too
might be
much. He costs
available.
too much. But he costs too much though.
I mean, now look with Inter, they have Mkhitaryan, Hakan Çalhanoğlu, Sucic, this new French guy. Where
He's
is
joking, man.
Fratesi? Yeah, I know. Is Fratesi really gonna play? Like his spot is in jeopardy. Me personally, I would spend that 30 million or 40, however much they want, along with obligation to buy. I would pay
It's a
that
good
money.
shot. It's a good shot. I
But
give
we
you. I
know,
give you. I give you that. It's a good shot.
yeah, but
You know who
we
I'll
won't do that.
I'll tell you who
Yeah,
I'd go for? I'd go
yeah.
for Cazadei.
That's a
That's
date.
another good
Oh,
shot. That's another good shot.
Torino got him for I think 10 or 15 million, I believe. Around that mark.
yeah, and he has that chemistry with Ricci as well, so that would be good.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I'm really interested in is Allegri this Friday. What's the midfield gonna look like? Is he still gonna persist with Loftus-Cheek and Fofana, or is he finally gonna incorporate Ricci and Jashari? That's like my main thing that I'm really looking forward to.
I've been seeing some mock-up
Mhm.
formations.
Yeah.
4-3-3 with
Hmm.
no, but Leao is not available. Those mock-up formations are wrong. Leao is not available.
Oh, is he still injured?
Yeah, Leao is not playing against Lecce. So those mock-up formations I'm seeing are wrong. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know.
Ah,
We're going to find out. We will find out.
is I mean, if we know Allegri, I think he's going to stick with the same thing. I think.
Listen, if I were to make a guess,
Yeah.
I he's not going to play Jashari, Modric, and Ricci. That's not going to happen for sure.
Ah,
That's not going to happen, and I don't think it should happen.
really? Why?
Actually, maybe it could happen. I don't know, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think because you have to look at the coaches, right? Coaches tend to always do more or less the same thing,
Right.
and Allegri has always been box to box players dependent. He's always had the
Hmm.
box to box player thing.
Yeah.
So now the thing is this: Modric at Real Madrid was a box to box. Like, why
Yeah.
not play Modric box to box, Ricci and RLC?
I, I mean, if it was up to me personally, I would put Ricci and Jashari as a double pivot, and I would let Modric do his thing. So I would I would tell Modric, like, don't worry about tracking back or anything. You have Ricci and Jashari behind you, who are not risk takers. They'll keep the ball moving and they'll keep possession well. They're not like RLC and Fofana, who they'll just drive forward and lose the ball willy nilly. And is like, they will keep it nice and cool, and it will allow Modric to do his thing.
Mm.
That's how I see it.
Um, I'm not sure. I want to see Jashari. You know what? You know why? I just haven't
Mhm.
seen Jashari yet. I want to see what
Right.
Jashari looks like.
Mhm.
I can't judge the guy because we haven't really seen the guy. But I
Mhm.
think Jashari, Ricci, double pivot. If
Mhm.
these guys can't cover a lot of that field, it might be a problem.
It could be.
Because remember how we had double pivot. We had Kessie, Tonali. These guys were like monsters, covering the whole field,
Yeah.
winning duels all over the field. Jashari Ricci, I don't know if they can do that. That's the thing. If you put a double pivot, you're reliant on that double pivot quite a lot. Now, maybe they can. Maybe they can.
Mhm.
I just haven't seen it yet. So maybe you're right. I
Yeah.
just can't. I just don't know because I haven't seen Jashari yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm basing it off the performance against Cremonese, is in like Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Fofana were just absolutely dreadful. Like, I genuinely couldn't believe there was literally one point where Fofana, he got the ball in the middle and he just ran forward, bursted forward, like didn't do no dribbles or anything, and they just took the ball off him. Like, and for RLC was just non-existent. Like, those two gave a like unforgivable performance, and it's like Jashari and Ricci cannot be any worse than those two. They just can't, in my opinion.
Why not a double pivot with Ricci and Fofana?
Oh, Fofana is he's a liability. He just
And
loses the
just ask
balls. No,
Fofana not to go forward.
maybe yes, but it's like I don't even know Fofana, man. He's just a. Why did we ever get him? He's a wasteful player, and it's like we nearly spent 30 million for him. He's
Yeah,
another. It's one of his
these
red
are
bird.
average players. These are average players. The thing about Fofana, the way Allegri is using Fofana and RLC is that they
Mm,
become pretty much strikers.
yeah.
So they go all the way
Mm.
up, they make a mess, and then they can't recover.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that if I was Allegri. I would keep them low. I wouldn't keep Modric up.
You,
Keep Modric
yeah.
up the field. Let Modric, Pulisic, Leao, and Jimenez do the playmaking, and let the other guys behind. Like, we don't need a million players to. Then Salamakers can help do the playmaking. And Stupinian can come up, but leave the
Mhm.
midfielders back. Why do these incursions with RLC and Fofana when these two players are liability off the ball?
And
I don't get it.
yeah, and it's like the
Yeah.
craziest thing was for Fana and RLC were pushing up, and they let Modric sit in front of the defense. Like, how does that make any sense in Allegri's mind?
Yeah. Modric needs to be up.
Like, and
He
I
needs to
can
be up.
already see we're already becoming Modric reliant. That game alone showed me everything I needed to see. We are already relying on Modric. All the players, they rely on Modric. The minute Pavlovic gets the ball, who's the first person he's looking at? Where's Modric? Where's Modric?
But that's normal. That's normal.
Yeah, but
You know,
it's going to come a point.
even when you
Mhm.
play Sunday morning football at the park, when you have
Mm.
a ball, unless you're the best player, you're always looking for the best player. That's going to happen. The team is automatically going to become Modric reliant if he is fit, if he can keep it fit, keep his fitness.
And that's what I'm saying. Is like there might come a point where he might get injured, and we won't have him anymore. Then what's Allegri going to do?
Yeah.
I don't
You
know.
know what baffles me about Fofana? How he
Mhm.
sometimes got the call up for international teams.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't get it anymore.
No,
Now he
but
doesn't.
he's no. Hold
Rabiot
on,
got
hold on.
called up.
But he's never a starter.
Huh?
No, but he still
I mean,
gets
Fofana
called
is
up though.
sometimes he will start, but Fofana is like a second or third choice in the French national team.
I
Because
mean, mm, mm,
He's not the starter of the midfield. If he
mm.
is the starter, then great, because at least we know France won't win anything. So,
I mean,
but I don't think he is the starter. I think France has some pretty good midfielders actually.
didn't he play when you guys destroyed them 3-1 at PSG Stadium? He played him and N'Golo Kante played a double pivot. I remember, and
Oh yeah,
Tonali,
yeah,
Ricci, and Barella just ate them up and spat them back out again. I remember that game.
yeah. I mean, he's a second, third choice player. He's not a first choice player for the national team for sure. And RLC is
Mhm.
not even a second or third. He's not even a fourth. He's not even a fifth, seventh, eighth choice.
Yeah, he doesn't get a call up for England. The last time he got a call up was like 2018 World Cup. Ever since then, he's never been called up. And I mean, it's like it's bird all over again. Yeah, that's like damn.
Jashari, I think, only has a handful of call-ups
Mhm.
with the national team. So he's really just starting. Jashari's really just started his career. I gotta see what he looks like. I gotta see. I gotta see what he looks like to really make an assessment. So far, I can't. I don't have any. I don't have enough data for me personally to make an
Mhm.
assessment on Jashari.
Exactly. And it's like we'll see. We'll see this Friday. I mean, if we lose again, then boy, oh boy, like there's gonna be like a lot of calls for Redbird and Allegri's head. I think if we lose,
and and with the Cordoba as well, they'll probably be at the stadium.
oh yeah,
Yeah, the Curva is going to be at the stadium. I'm expecting Milan to win, but I don't know.
Yeah,
you never know with
ugly.
these refs. You never know with these refs and their nonsense.
These reps, huh?
Yeah,
Mm,
100%. I will.
Are the reps
nah,
anti-Milan?
I genuinely think like last season had everything got like if none of these dumb decisions happened, we would have been in top four. We would have been in Champions League.
nah,
Who's paying these reps
nah,
to be anti-Milan?
I think
Is
Morocco
it
probably,
Morata?
probably, man. I mean, we've been robbed in UEFA. We've been robbed in the league.
nah.
Like,
Come on, it still
nah.
wouldn't have made a difference.
I mean, it
It's
would
the
have looked. Yeah,
reps.
I think was it Fofana last game. He got blatantly tackled in the box, and the ref didn't call for a penalty, and
I
VAR
didn't
didn't even
even,
intervene.
didn't even
Same
see
poet.
anything about it.
It was a blatant penalty, but he didn't give it.
Oh,
Like these refs are
um,
just like retarded at times. Like me personally, look, I hate Redbird and everything, but I cannot stand injustice. When we get robbed, I'll have to call it out. And I think we got robbed against Cremonese. We
nah,
should have had a penalty.
nah, we can't make excuses though. Like we still lost at the end of the day.
Right.
What happened?
I could just see Rock's comment already.
What did he say? I can't see the comments.
Here we go. Swap update is gone. Retarded.
What did he say?
He said Andy falls into the retard trap every single time without fail. It's so painful raising this kid. So inconsistent. A call here and there. Ain't changing 8 to 4. 100% it would have. Listen, against
Abdi
Roma.
is our kid. We're raising him. We're trying
Look,
to raise him
Yeah.
into a proper football pundit.
Oh,
look,
did you see?
yeah.
Did you see Enyo's comment?
Yeah, this one.
Fucking
Selling
hell!
Chikwueze from Google is like recovering from syphilis
And immediately,
and catching chlamydia right
Yeah.
afterwards.
Oh my days.
bloody hell!
We have failed bad parenting. But mustn't give up. We mustn't give up.
No, look, guys, I cannot I can't stand injustice against Roma last season before Fonseca got fired. There was a blatant penalty call against Rangers where he got blatantly tackled in the box. There was no penalty given against Cagliari in Sergio Conceição's first game in the Serie A at the San Siro where we drew 1-1. Alex Jimenez was fouled in the box again. No, nothing given. There's so many more that I can think of, but it's just continuous. And granted, if we
I
had
don't know.
won those games, we would have gone top
I
4.
think things are way too way too. They're more serious problems than referees. You know.
Yes, there are, but they're there. They're nevertheless they're prevalent.
And listen, referees make mistakes with all teams, not just Milan.
I never see them make any mistakes for stupid Inter.
But you don't see it because maybe you don't care if it happens, or maybe because you celebrate when it happens.
I don't recall. I do not recall that ever happening. So
I don't know. I don't really look at the referees. I don't really care about referees. I mean, not now. There's no point right now in hanging on to the referees. I mean, if Milan was a proper team, and then let's say the referees do have an effect, then okay, then I will talk about referees. But right now, there's like no point about.
We can't make it. We can't keep making these excuses all the time.
Did you guys see Man United losing to Grimsbury Town?
Oh,
Oh
well,
Lord!
we're not any better. We lost to Cremonese.
No, Grimsbury Town. That's the equivalent of Bari. That's literally like us losing to Bari in the Coppa Italia because they did it in the Carabao Cup, which is like the Coppa Italia. They lost. I mean, I'm so scared we're gonna become the United of Italy, like the fallen giants.
We really are, yeah. The Red Devil Studio, which is was here earlier. Shout out to him. He knows. He said it every day. Both of us are on the same exact page.
Ooh.
By the way, guys, now that we have a few more listeners, remember, guys, we do have a new channel called Footy Uncensored. We are going to start posting stuff there soon. It's going to be more of a debate channel. It's going to be more general topics, not just general football topics. If you go on our posts, if you go on our page, Rossoneri TV page, on the posts, click on posts. The first post there has a link to that channel. So go to that channel and subscribe. And soon we are going to be doing content over there. It's going to be general football, though. We want to do a general football page, not just an AC Milan page. Rossoneri TV is going to keep on just being about Milan.
Okay. Right.
Anyway, guys, I've got to head off to the office. Hope you have a good one.
Good luck.
All right. Take care.
Later.
Bye.
Later, bro.
Yeah.
All right. So Sven says, how big of a role has Tade got? Tade is just a guy that is there to be the fallout guy in case things go bad. That's all he's there for.
Yeah, cannot disagree with that.
Milan's management is pretty much Furlani has a mandate which is based on a Moneyball scheme, and he has to apply this Moneyball scheme, which is formulated by the upper ownership, which is Jerry and Elliot and all those people. And Furlani has to make sure that Milan operates that way. That's the management. Tare is just there to be a scapegoat, essentially.
Precisely. You cannot disagree with that. There's literally no, like the Allegri wanted Tiao. He was told, "Nope, we're selling him for good money. Keep your mouth quiet." And his, and Tari didn't do anything about it. Allegri didn't do anything about it. So look, it's whatever. Forlani and Moncada wants when it comes to the big sales. However, I
Yeah.
think like more of these like Nkunku signings and stuff doesn't necessarily have to do with Forlani in that sense, but
And also,
we're still money
Furlani
ball.
is heavily dependent on this agent that called Busardo, and he's heavily
Mm-hmm.
dependent on this agent. This agent is doing a lot of Milan's uh, market. The English media is not talking about him, but check him out. He's called Buzardo,
All right.
and he's the guy behind Furlani's market.
Wow.
Bad refereeing happened in many games. Footy uncensored. Yeah, footy uncensored, guys. Make sure to subscribe there. Zlatan is on. Yeah, Moncada is there. Zlatan is on. Zlatan is basically his job is to be Jerry's ambassador. He's pretty much a spokesperson for Redbird. Je- Zlatan is not employed by Milan. Zlatan is employed by Redbird. He is the spokesperson for Jerry, essentially. That's his role. General football, it will hurt more to listen about Liverpool and Madrid's problems and compare them to the problems of Milan. Yeah. Guys, watch out. Camarda is going to score his debut goal against us this Friday. That'll be incredible if he does. If he does, I'm celebrating so hard.
Really? Damn. I mean, come on, but that he probably will. Knowing our luck, he definitely will.
I'm telling you, and I know this is going to ruffle a few feathers. If Milan loses because of Camarda's goals, I'm celebrating like Italy won the World Cup. Roy, I hope you're aware of this management struggle. Utah is bringing names after names, and Furlani is the final word, which is. But Edison, we've been telling you this since day one, brother. Of course we know. It's the only person that hasn't figured that out is Kratos, which I don't understand how because he's a pretty smart guy. Moncada is essentially he's on Moncada is essentially Moncada works with Furlani, but Moncada is essentially what Massara was to Maldini to Tare. Allegri is being supported. No, Allegri is lucky. Allegri is happy to have a job. He doesn't give a shit. Allegri right now is a little bit worried because obviously, if we know that the team is downgraded, obviously he knows. He just wants available. He wants players that are ready right away. The reason why he wants Rabiot, the reason why he wants Vlahovic is because these players don't need time to grow and develop. These are players that already have experience. They already are Serie A proven, and that's what he wants. That's what he's begging for. But I don't know if he's going to get it. So, are you aware that Furlani and Tire are fighting? I not only am aware of this, but I predicted it since day -1. Kristovic went to Atalanta. Kristovic went to Atalanta. All right. So, what are your predictions for Lecce, Abdi? Nice, amazing. I get it. So basically, Lecce there just for himself, so that he can relaunch his dead career. No, Allegri right now has got a great job. He's got a job where he can finish anywhere between 1 and 6, and he's safe, and and that's it. Like that's it. Rock. That's funny, bro.
I'm 7 away. Mate did that ages ago.
When do you think Redbird is going to give up and sell our club? Stadium projects not looking great. If I'm not mistaken, our financials are good. I hope they sell us if we somehow finish fourth this season. I don't know. Honestly, the truth is that Redbird, as far as their model, as far as what they wanted to do, it's working. They're finishing the seasons in green. They're making profits with the sales. This is what they said they wanted to do. They essentially everything that Jerry wanted, all the reasons why he wanted to buy a European club, he's achieving all of those reasons. He said it. He didn't want to buy a big club. He wanted to buy a mid-table club, upper mid-table club, and operate a club like that. So he's doing it. He's doing it with Milan. Look at me. Milan has an upper mid-table club roster, and they're selling players left and right. There's no project. It's an upper mid-table club. So I honestly don't know when he's going to sell, bro. I honestly don't know.
I mean, 2 years maybe
He,
consecutively finishing outside of the top four, no Champions League, no European football, then
yeah,
maybe.
but that's not going to matter, Abdi. That's not going to matter.
But yeah, as long as they keep finishing in the green.
As long as they finish in the green, and the only way, and you can finish in the green by selling your players, right? If next year, check this out. If next year, let's say we fail the Champions League again, and in order to finish in the green, we have to maybe get 40 million, or let's say 35 million. They'll sell it
Yeah.
out for 50 million,
Oh
and a few
yeah, fam,
bonuses,
yeah.
and that's it. Done.
Yeah, and then get rid of Pulisic, Pavlovic, all their assets that they can get. Richie maybe if he pops off. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is literally
absolutely.
Moneyball. Yeah. Oh my god, I didn't even realize it.
It's essentially Moneyball. Yep.
Oh my god. So literally, we we basically have to get a lucky season whereby we
Yeah.
miraculously somehow, by any luck, win the Scudetto, then go to Champions League, and basically, is all luck, based on luck.
Yeah. But that's for us, the fans. That's for us, the fans.
And if it's
That
based
that
on luck, like get a good
they
manager
are
at least.
they are not dependent on luck. They're dependent on a pragmatic, economic, moneyball football scheme, and it has been working beautifully for them. As a matter of fact, Furlani got bonuses because he finished the season in green. Furlani, Moncada, all Scaroni, they all got bonuses last year for finishing the season in green.
That's
They got,
ridiculous. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, at least look, at least they should have gotten a good manager. We should have gotten a Fabregas. We should have gotten a De Zerbi. I think those two would be perfect. But no, instead they go for like the worst proven manager they could have gone for.
I
Like
mean,
seriously.
the manager does make a big difference, 100%. It's like the thing is like how much does a man like? I mean, look at now. Allegri didn't have much say in this market. He pretty much kind of bent over.
He did.
Allegri didn't have much say. He kind of bent over, and he just. And I think if you don't bend over,
Yeah.
you get fired. You're out because that's the thing. At the end of the day, they don't care about the results. They don't care
Yeah.
about the sporting side. I mean, look, the fans protested. Did
Yep.
they listen to the fans? What did
Nope,
they
they
do?
kicked them out. They
They
kicked out the
kicked him
Kurwa.
out. They kicked him out. So as long as they're doing their Moneyball scheme, it really doesn't matter.
This is literally a dictatorship.
Yeah, in a sort of way. Yeah.
And
All right.
the
Anyway,
worst
I
part,
have to go.
yeah.
I have to go.
Oh, okay.
Abdi, thank you so much for
Beautiful.
joining me. I really
No
appreciate
worries.
you.
No
Guys,
worries.
make sure to click the like button on your way out. And
Yep.
and we will be live again soon.
Will you do a watch
Maybe
along?
Rock is going to do a live. I don't know. But maybe for sure we're going to do a post-match live for Velice game. Watch along. I won't be able to do it. If someone else wants to do a watch along, they're more than welcome to do it. But
Okay.
I'm going to try to do a post-match for Velice game, which might be on Saturday. We'll see. But anyway,
Perfect.
everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next
All right.
time. Alla prossima. Arrivederci. Ciao.
Ciao.
Forza,
See you.
forza ciao.
Yes.